You're withholding information just so that person won't leave that relationship. You're gonna tell me, oh, I've hated you since the moment I said I do. How can I be surprised? You kept your love for me and you kept your hatred for me too. How can I be surprised? Anyway, negative self-talk is detrimental to one's self-esteem. You feel so seen, you feel so recognized, you don't feel so alone in this world. Like, conversations are really healing, hence why therapists do get paid. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kalia, if you don't already know. In today's video, we'll be doing another makeup and yap. Because I'm a yapper and I love to talk, I love to converse, I love to prattle, I love to yap. These lips have so much knowledge on it, okay? I love speaking. But if you haven't seen my other makeup and yap videos, go check them out. I'll link them down below in the description. And I think today's makeup and yap video will be about love. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's the theme, love, because I have a couple of things to talk about. They're just random thoughts. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you agree. Tell me if you disagree. I don't know, but I have a list of things that I want to talk about while doing my makeup, and today's makeup will be simple but cute. I don't know, we're not doing much as always. We never do too much on here. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. So I already applied my foundation and contoured my face, and now I'm going to apply concealer. And the first thing that I have to say is best friends to lovers romance trope is kind of weird to me. Let me explain. So it's okay if they fall in love at the same time. It's okay if one person realize that they want to take that relationship from platonic to romantic, and that's communicated right away. What's weird is when they've been best friends for years, and for a majority of those years, or all of those years since they've been best friends. When I mean best friends, I mean they're close with each other, not acquaintances, not they just met each other, not an associate. No, they've been close friends for years, and one person is going to confess and say, after they've gotten together, they'll be like, oh, I've been in love with you the entire time. Pause. What you mean you've been in love with me the entire time since we've been friends? Since we've been best friends. And it's slightly unsettling to me because you've been close with someone. Once again, I want to stress the fact this is not just a friend that's been trying to get at you for however long, but you haven't been paying attention to them. This is just, not even a close friend. This is your best friend. Y'all been close since years. You've showed up in that friendship thinking you guys were only platonic. Okay, you shared a lot of stuff with your best friend, and all of a sudden they're gonna be like, I've been in love with you for years. And the fact that you kept that a secret for so long, and the reason why, a common reason why they haven't confessed their feelings is because, oh, I don't want us to lose our friendship. In my opinion, I'm no psychologist, but in my opinion, I think that's manipulative. You're withholding information just so that person won't leave that relationship. And I feel like once you realize you've had those romantic feelings, I think the best friend should admit it. And then the other party could be like, okay, let me decide whether or not I want to explore these romantic feelings with you, or maybe even continue as friends, or you end that relationship. But that's my unpopular opinion, y'all. This mostly relates to maybe book romance or maybe fictional romances, but I don't know. I just feel like it's my least, like, best friends to lovers is kind of my least favorite romantic trope. It's like only when they've been best friend for years and one person been in love for years and they haven't told their other friend, they haven't told their best friend. And it's fine, like I said, it's okay if they both fall in love at the same time. It's okay if when one person realizes they want to take things to the romantic level, like they communicate that, like, hey, I've been having some feelings lately and I want us to be more than friends. Like, that's communicated right away. But you keeping that a secret for years. Just imagine I had a best friend and he tells me, I've been in love with you for years. What? All these times, all the conversations that I have, every time we looked at each other, every time we hung around each other, that was you didn't see me as a friend. You saw me as something more. That is, I think that's dishonest. That's very dishonest, and I do not appreciate that. I really do not appreciate that. So you're telling me when we're married now and you hate me, if you hate me, you're gonna keep that with you for years? It's gonna be like one day after 10 years of getting married, you're gonna serve me divorce papers unexpectedly, and then you're gonna tell me, oh, I've hated you since the moment I said I do. How can I be surprised? You kept your love for me and you kept your hatred for me too. How can I be surprised? Anyway, that's just a random thought. Like, I was even telling my roommate, like, don't you think it's weird when best friends fall in love, and like, it's fine, there's nothing wrong with going from friends to lovers, but if you had those feelings for so long, it's not like a couple of months thing. No, you've been close friends for so long and you haven't mustered up the courage to communicate that. One, I would question how comfortable you are in that relationship and how safe it is for you to speak up in that relationship and communicate your feelings. And let's just say that your best friend is also single, not like they're in a relationship or anything. Yeah, you know, but yeah, I think it's kind of weird. I think it's weird for one day one of your closest friends gonna be like, oh, for years, bro, for you know how long I've been in love with you? Years. And you haven't said a thing. Like, I've kept it a secret all along. All along, I've kept that a secret. Like, let anyone else know if you ever had that thought, or you understand my POV. Okay, so while my concealer is drying, I'm going to do my brows, and this is the next random thought. I've actually made a post about this on my Instagram story, and I think I'll just like insert a screenshot of it on the screen somewhere. But my favorite love language will always be quality time. and words of affirmation. But quality time is, I value quality time more than words of affirmation. I do appreciate all the love languages. I think they're all beautiful and people express their love in different ways. But for me, quality time is so special to me because time is scarce. You can never buy back time. All of our time here is limited, and you never know when you will ever see someone again. And even when you think about gift giving, or when you think about physical touch, stuff like that, you need that person there with you to give you those things. So I always appreciate just spending time with my family and my friends. Even if I don't do it as often, I may not hang out with my friends as often, or I may not see my family as often, I really value the times, the fun times that we share together, the times when we're laughing, the times when we're happy, the times when we're just still getting to know each other and we're loving each other, because that is just an irreplaceable memory. Like, the memories that we share, it's irreplaceable and it's so valuable, and I always cherish the people that I have in my life, because I will never get another you. It doesn't matter if you're in my life temporarily, for long term or short term, there will never be another you. And I think about life as an experience, and there's so many people living on this earth, and being with other people, I hope this makes sense. Being with other people validates my human experiences, because I learn so much from people, and by spending time with people, I also learn things about myself. I discover new parts of myself that I didn't know existed. You know, it's kind of weird. It's like you meet people so you could get better at certain things, or you meet people so you could discover new things about yourself. You meet people because they serve different purpose in your life, whether you recognize it or not. So, and hence why I love communications, because it always plays a role in every one of my relationships. But anyway, I just love quality time. I love quality time so much. It is irreplaceable. It is valuable. And no other love language compares to spending time with someone. Because even when you think about losing someone, it doesn't have to be a permanent loss such as death, but when you think about losing someone, you think about, I wish I could hear their voice, I wish I could touch them or hug them, I miss them, I miss their presence. Gift giving, gifts are irreplaceable. They are. You need someone there to give you those words of affirmation. You need someone there to touch you, hug you, kiss you. What else? It's just quality time. Quality time is my favorite love language. Okay, so I filled in my brows and I blend my concealer, and now I'm going to apply blush. But the next thing I want to talk about is always be kind to yourself. That sounds cliche, but it's very true. I think it's very important to treat yourself how you want others to treat you. There's a saying, treat others how you want them to treat you, but also treat yourself how you want others to treat you. And a part of that is positive self-talk. Now, commonly we always, I try not to, and I correct myself whenever I do, is talk negatively about oneself, like I'm ugly, or I'm stupid, I'm so slow, I'm a bum. Just that, constantly saying negative things about oneself. Negative self-talk is detrimental to one's self-esteem. When you constantly say these negative things about yourself, it conditions you to see yourself in a negative light. For example, I would say after an exam, and let's say I didn't do so good on the exam, one might say, dang, I'm so stupid, I probably failed. After I completed the exam and I felt like I didn't do as well as I wanted, I'll be like, you know what, Kalia, I'm not feeling so confident about my grade. However, I'm going to take this opportunity to work better on the next exam. And even though I tried my hardest to do good on this exam, I think there are some areas for improvement. So whenever I say something negative to myself, I try to correct myself and say, Kelly, you know, that's not so nice. It trains me to develop a positive relationship with myself and cultivate a supportive inner voice. I'm no psychologist, like I said, but I think it's important to train yourself to be kind, to be supportive of oneself. Don't be mean, because it really affects your self-esteem, whether you see it or not, or whether you recognize it or not. It really does. Be kind to yourself. And even my advice is, even when you say something bad about yourself, you train yourself to correct that. Whenever you look in the mirror, you're like, oh, you know, I look so ugly. No, you're like, hey, that's not nice. You look beautiful. You're a beautiful person, not just on the outside, but on the inside too. What? Words of affirmation. Be that supportive friend. You know, are you a supportive friend to your friends? Be that supportive friend to yourself. Yeah. Okay, so I blended my concealer and my blush, and now I'm gonna apply powder. So the next thing that I have to say is appreciate the mundane things in life. It's okay to be bored. Here's why I say that, because there was times where I'll be so tired, like working when I was like in school, working, being in school, keeping up with homework. That was a lot, and I just wish there was a point where I wasn't doing anything. Like, it's important to just appreciate having nothing to do. Just relax. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else. Just relax. Now I'm gonna apply powder. This is not my next point, but don't y'all think that conversations can be healing at times? Like, think about it. I don't know. When you go like on brunch or dinner with your friends and you haven't seen each other in a while and you just can't wait for this moment for y'all to just eat and talk and catch up with each other, and after dinner or brunch or whatever it is, you're like, I really needed that. I just really needed some time with my girl to just talk and catch up. Or you sometimes having those deep conversations with your friend late in the night. Y'all are connecting and bonding, and it's just like, wow, you feel so seen, you feel so recognized, you don't feel so alone in this world. Like, conversations are really healing, hence why therapists do get paid, right? Get it? Because you have to talk in therapy. So I apply my powder, and now I'm going to apply blush. And the next thing that I have to say is love the seasons. And we've all heard this before, there's a time for everything. And it's very true. And I even made an Instagram post about this, and I put another screenshot here. By the way, follow me on Instagram so we can be connected. But I came up with a quote that I live by. It's don't be an autumn tree that never sees spring. And what that means is, when you think of autumn or you think of fall, the colors of the tree leaves, they changes and they start to fall. And right after fall comes winter, and in winter nothing ever really grows. It's dark, it's gloomy, it's cold. It's just winter. And right after winter there's spring. And what that quote, well, the saying means is that you don't want to stay in one season of your life. You want to grow, you want to shed, you want to go through the seasons, and you want to see spring, and you want to bloom. You want to be an evolving person. And I think it's very important that we enjoy every season that we're in, because every season has its purpose, just like the actual seasons, like winter, spring, summer, yeah, and fall. And we also associate a different meaning, or there's like a symbolism for every season as well. And what I have appreciated like recently is the darkest seasons too. Like winter, whenever we hear winter is coming, even in Game of Thrones, it's associated with hard times. Hard times is coming, winter is coming. And during winter, which is right before spring, y'all stick with me because I know I'm ranting. During winter, right before spring, what we do is we're in this difficult season of our lives. Let's say winter is like a difficult part of our lives. We're in a difficult part of our lives, and we also associate difficulty with darkness. But in the darkest times of our lives, we do a lot of self-reflection. We reflect on the areas that needs improvement. We reflect on our mistakes. We reflect on our strengths, our weaknesses. We reminisce on the good times and bad. And it's so ironic that when it's winter, which is right before the new year begins, we begin the year with a resolution. It's a new you. It's like rebirth. It's like the moment you're gonna take in this new beginning to be a better version of yourself. And it's ironic that when we're beginning this new journey, or we embark on our New Year's resolution, that spring comes about. And we symbolize spring with the new beginnings, with growth, with birth and blossoming. Because it's springtime, we think about flowers and all the things that are blooming in our lives. So I appreciate all of the seasons because it shows you a different version of yourself, and you learn new things about oneself, which I personally enjoy. I hope that makes sense. I'm often rambling. Hence why it's Makeup and Yap. Okay, don't come for me. But I hope y'all kind of got that. Yeah. So now I'm gonna apply blush, and I'm gonna come back and show you all the finished look. Okay, y'all, so this is the final makeup look. I hope y'all like it, and I hope y'all enjoyed today's video, and thank you for watching if you got this far in the video. And please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and you know, if you have anything to share, let me know in the comments below. And you can follow me on my social media, on Instagram, on TikTok, and they'll be linked below. And thank y'all for the support once again. And make sure to subscribe for more cute little videos in the future. Okay, I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Look at my hands, there's makeup on it, but you know. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.